Good morning, my dear students. I hope you all are keeping well and please be safe. Dear students, today we are going to discuss Chapter 11 An Evil to be Tackled. Class 7th, Subject MSc. The negative effects of revenge. So, in that, the first page, they have given two incidents that I am giving as a homework. Make a short video and send it to me. Revenge is a negative attitude of the mind. If you foster this attitude gradually, it becomes a part of your nature. It is unable to give you positive suggestions. As a result, your conscience becomes inactive to lead you on the righteous path. When we plan to take revenge, then we are destroying our life. Revenge is a negative attitude of our mind. So we should not take revenge even in a small thing, even for playing also. Very often, animals show their revenge towards other animals and even towards man. It may vary from animal to animal. Experiences prove that snakes are the most revengeful in the animal kingdom. Incidents show that cobra retaliates the enemy with revenge. Elephants are also seen as revengeful animals, but sheep, cow, deer, etc. are considered as harmless animals. It never harms us. In the same way, we also should not harm anyone, though others will harm us. The above details are about animals. What do you think about man? Is he a revengeful being? If we examine the history of mankind, we see that man is the most revengeful of all creatures. He willfully plans and executes actions directly or indirectly to take revenge upon his enemy. Every day, newspapers list a number of cases that show how men take revenge from men. The history of mankind reveals a lot of incidents to prove the presence of these gruesome feelings in the mind of man. Gruesome means very cruel. The story of Lenin tells us how he took revenge upon the Tsar rulers. Again, the Holy Bible says that the first murder in the history of mankind was done as a result of revenge. In the book of Genesis, the Bible, the first book is known as Genesis. We read the story of Cain and Abel. They were the sons of Adam and Eve. Cain was an agriculturist and Abel was a shepherd. They loved each other and lived joyfully. They were just and God fearing also. Once they decided to offer a sacrifice to God. Abel offered the best from his flock, but Cain, on the other hand, selected the crops that were not so good. God was pleased with Abel's sacrifice and sent the fire from heaven upon his sacrifice. God thus rejected the sacrifice of Cain because which was not good, which was not so good, which he offered. So he became angry. Slowly, this feeling of anger took the form of revenge in his mind. He decided to take revenge upon his own brother. It is recorded as the first murder in the history of mankind. Think. After that, he also did not live happily. The negative effects of revenge. Many people justify their own revengeful acts. Basically, today's man is worried about his own safety and protection. Whenever one is attacked, or his relatives are attacked or murdered, a cruel feeling of revenge takes birth in him. He finds satisfaction only by fulfilling this revengeful action. Nowadays, many movies are also coming. The theme is revengeful. He killed my mother, so I will kill his mother. So, it is not a good attitude which a man has to follow. Reflect. Does a revenge give you satisfaction? Does it make you happy? Never. Revenge begets revenge and it continues endlessly. Revenge never brings you happiness. It can give a momentary satisfaction to your wounded feelings. You may feel successful, but nothing more than that. A single act of revenge calls forth another revengeful act from your opposite person. This will give birth to a chain of acts of vengeance. Thus, it may spread to various stages, resulting even in cruel murders. Revenge gives birth to many physical disorders. It creates lot of tension in one's mind. This tension tightens the nervous system of the body and causes contraction of muscles, becoming very stiff. This physical disorder weakens the activity of the mind. In the state, one fails to hear the voice of conscience. What our conscience tells. Our conscience is the best thing. It knows what is good and what is bad. So always we should listen to that. Conscience is a voice of God. As a result, he fails to take right decision also. The power of reasoning decreases in him and he wanders at the commands of negative and destructive emotions. Revenge. Some of the people consider revenge as an expression of courage and manliness. This is a false thought. It never brings you joy of peace or good reputation. It is not a heroic act. It does not take you to victory in your life. Hence, it is our duty to remove this feeling from within. So, as I told you before, nowadays in movies also heroes are taking revenge. So, on seeing that, we think that what is heroism? Taking a revenge. It is not at all. So, as a good human being, as we are all learning, we get chance to learn moral values which your parents did not get. So, by learning moral sense, first of all, you should avoid the attitude of revenge. When we take revenge, we get many physical disorders. Various means to keep away from the feeling of revenge. In order to keep away from the feeling of revenge, what are things we can do? In order to keep away from this negative emotion, one has to pacify one's mind. It is told, prevention is better than cure. Once you fall into the well of revenge, it would be a Herculean task for you to take yourself out of this well, where your reasoning is shut against conscience. Hence, always develop a silent mind, where you must analyze your thoughts and deeds every day. Whenever you feel that you are becoming a victim to this negative feeling, try to control yourself at the very moment. Remember, your anger must be washed off before sunset. The life of strain is very difficult. The life of inner peace is the easiest type of living because it is harmonious and without tension. In order to avoid the feeling of revenge and regain mental peace, one should revise his ways of thinking and should pray for God for his gift and peace. Prayer comes as a great help when you are in difficulty. Ask God for his blessings to keep you on values and virtues. Develop a good habit of praying to God in the morning and night. Then you will have peaceful life. You will be away from all these negative feelings and revengeful feelings. So, my dear students, I request you all to pray morning and night. When the presence of God, when the grace of God, when the blessings of God is with you, you will surely listen your conscience and you will not have the tendency to take revenge. Thank you. Have a nice day.